very special edition of At the Movies. It's that time again, time to take a look back at the movies of 1987. And in this special edition, we've come up with the worst of last year. Movies with big budgets and big stars that were big flops, at least with us, and maybe with you too. I'm Bill Harris, and right now we start with Rex Reed, starting his list of the worst of the year.
Well, the bomb of the year was certainly Ishtar. Warren Beatty and Dustin Hoffman, as two rotten songwriters stranded in Morocco, were about as funny as Lockjaw. Warren, as the nerd who couldn't get a girl, was like Boy George playing Joe DiMaggio, and Dustin, as the lady killer, looked like he was on his way to a root canal. Endless rewrites, a year of retakes, and $40 million later, Elaine May proved Bob Hope and Bing Crosby made much funnier road pictures for a fraction of the cost back in the 1940s, and they never left the back lot.
A major disappointment, and Bing and Bob had Dorothy Lamour. Over the Top was the title that described Sylvester Stallone's paycheck for the picture, but darn little else. Sly picked up something like $14 to $16 million for this saga of a Rocky of the Wrists, a trucker who turns arm wrestler, elbowing his way to the national championships to try to win his young son back. Stallone, of course, was a winner, but Over the Top was a loser, hands down.
Think that you can get away with what you've done.
An entire movie in which Sly Stallone sat down. Rocky fans stayed away by the millions. Next on my list, Barfly, a pointless and repellent trash wallow through the bars and flop houses of Skid Row, with Mickey Rourke and Faye Dunaway mumbling, scratching, and passing gas as burned-out derelicts in the kind of acting that gives the Actors Studio a bad name. Rourke looked like the Hunchback of Notre Dame and sounded like W.C. Fields in a film that was phony, obnoxious, and finally just plain laughable.
What happened to you along the way? You're weird. By the way, first thing I noticed about you were your legs.
Really?
I guess I got lucky with legs. It's brain I was short of, though.
Wow. I'll never forget the way Mickey Rourke talked in that one, Rex. Drove me crazy. Speaking of driving me crazy, Racing Arizona surprised me. Or rather, some critics did. They liked it. I remember staring in disbelief as Nicolas Cage starred in a warm, tender, human comedy about a three-time offender who elopes with a policewoman. Then, when they learn they can't have a baby of their own, they kidnap someone else's. Were they kidding? Or were we supposed to smile at the idea of a family built on an offense punishable by the death penalty?
We got a child now. Everything's changed.
Well, Nathan Jr. accepts me for what I am, and I think you better head too. You know, honey, I'm okay, you're okay. That there's what it is.
I know, but honey.
See, I come from a long line of frontiersmen and... Oh, here it is, dear. Turn here. Frontiersmen and outdoor cops.
I'm not gonna live this way, high. It just ain't family life.
Well, it ain't Ozzy and Harriet.
One good thing, though, that movie introduced Holly Hunter, who later turned up in broadcast news.
That's right. She's your new favorite actress in the world.
Lovely actress. Next, we've got more of the worst of 1987 when we return.
Dr. Hammond, your godsend. I can't stay alive in human beings have his racing.
I'm not Dr. Hammond.
Going into the dead. Hit him one.
What?
Hit him, Dr. Hammond. Hit him.
The worst of the year continues. Revenge of the Nerds 2 affected me so strongly I thought it was Montezuma's revenge. In fact, for a time, I felt just about the same upset. The stars of the unexpectedly funny original were back, traveling to the National Fraternity Convention in Florida, but no one remembered to pack any laughs. I do remember that I laughed twice, a third time, nervously, when someone told me there might be a nerd's number 3.
Some people think we're for the nerds. They call us names, they call us nerds. Nervous is what they really are. Judging themselves by the make of their car. We're not dogs, not jerks, not wimps, not geeks, not losers. Failures. Now you may have clothes, you may have money. I'd have said a whales and a good looking honey. Well, I ain't got much or a Mercedes Benz, but at least I have got some really good money.
Second time around was certainly no charm for the nerds. It reduced me to stupefaction. Well, box office champ and all-American teenage heartthrob Michael J. Fox may be the cat's meow, but light of day was a real dog. He was a greasy-haired Cleveland metal worker who played in a rock band. And Joan Jett made her acting debut as his good-for-nothing punk sister, talking like Sylvester Stallone and looking like 3 miles of unmixed concrete. They were both dreadful in a turgid, sour, ugly film that waffled unsteadily between rotten music and rotten soap opera dialogue like this.
Nothing comes together. No heaven, no hell. Just moments. Moments connect you except Mom's world. You don't believe that. Look, you see these idiots over here? Do you? They think they're gonna be stars. They sit there and they talk deals, demos, limos. Did you ever hear me talk like that? No. I go out there every night just to hear the beat. I mean, that's all there is, man.
Light of day was even unkind to Cleveland, a city I particularly like.
That's hard.
Oh, not at all. Next up, River's Edge was the gruesome tale of a teenage killing based on a true story which didn't improve it one bit. It was a sordid and grubby little tale about an aimless bunch of teenage losers. Crispin Glover acted like the national poster child of the Betty Ford Clinic. Dennis Hopper was the eccentric drug dealer whose best girl was an inflatable female companion doll, whom I'd like to think had seen better companions. We've all seen better movies.
So what's gonna happen?
Put another quarter in this machine and burn it.
No, done.
Nothing's gonna happen. I'm gonna tie up a few loose ends tonight, and nothing's gonna happen.
That's it? He murders Jamie and we just ignore it?
He had his reasons.
Tell me, tell us all. I certainly saw no reason for that miserable piece of junk about miserable teenage punkheads. Really a waste of time. But the worst comedy of the year, hey, that's easy. It was Like Father, Like Son, with Dudley Moore and Kirk Cameron as a father and son who swallow brain transfer serum in a Tabasco sauce bottle. From this idiot premise, it was downhill all the way, with Dudley doing his petrified drunk bit, his moronic hangover bit, and his falling down a lot bit. He was about as funny as a flag at half-mast, and the movie was like a funeral.
What the hell have you done to me?
Calm down a little.
You're drunk. You're drunk.
I'm dead.
You're damn right you did. Jesus, Chris, look at you. You've been out all night doing God knows what in my body. Right. Using my cash, probably boozing it up. And where in the hell did you get the money to pay for an outfit like that? I only had $20 in my wallet.
Well, that...
My credit card. You used my credit card. Get in the house. You are grounded. For the rest of your life. Yeah, all right. Lean on him.
Not yours.
You know I'm the wrong one. I'm a Dudley Moore fan, but this
Not
was
in
not.
this one.
This was a tough one. Stay tuned. Coming up, more of the worst of the worst.
Caused quite a commotion down there. We have a shortage of supplies. No help from our government, otherwise we would have succeeded. Next time, pick on a country your own size.
More bow wows. Romance got a kick in the knees with Made in Heaven, a gooey, pretentious mess by the criminally untalented Alan Rudolph, with wimpy Timothy Hutton and embarrassed Maureen Stapleton as his aunt, in a heaven that looked like an ugly university campus photographed through holiday sauce, run not by God, but by a chain-smoking midget with red hair, played by Deborah Winger in drag. If this is Hollywood's return to romance, give me Gidget meets Godzilla.
I'm the closest relative you got up here, so they sent me to meet you.
No, this isn't right. I want to talk to the man in charge right now. Right now!
Well, you can talk to him right now. I can tell you that. His name's Emmett Humberg, and he hates to talk to new arrivals.
Well, I refuse to believe any of this. I'm not dead.
Mikey, you kicked the bucket. You bought the farm. You're dead.
I'm dead!
Oh, Mikey. Don't. Don't.
I'm dead.
Remember, I thought it was going to be a hit and like, didn't you? Called that one. Tough Guys Don't Dance was the black and bleak big screen disappointment that proved at least one self-styled tough guy shouldn't direct a motion picture. Norman Mailer had his name over the title, but his mind must have been somewhere else when he turned on the cameras and delivered a movie that made ordinary film noir look like Snow White. Ryan O'Neal shouldn't have signed or showed up, but he wasn't alone. For the very small comfort that must have been.
I gather she's paying your way.
A little agreement, whatever I make from my writing goes to her.
Do you write much? Maybe you are a bartender after all.
Maybe I am.
You chose Patty Lorraine. I hope you're happy because I am. Mr. Regency and I make out 5 times a night. That's what I call him, Mr. Five.
Cheers.
I still say that movie has the dumbest dialogue of any movie this year. I'm still trying to figure out what "I've got death guts" means. I've been asking all year long. For history gone haywire in the hands of hacks, there was Alex Cox's Walker. It pretends to be the story of a real-life American who declared himself the king of Nicaragua in the 19th century, but it really is nothing more than a dumb excuse to compile a lot of blood spurting and slow-motion string quartets, Keystone Cops, mangy moth-eaten gorillas smoking Marlboros and reading People magazine in 1853, and a performance by Marlee Matlin so bad she should be forced to give back her Oscar from the previous year.
A retroactive Oscar return by Marlee Matlin.
And I want to see her do it in sign language.
I don't think you'll see anything happen there. More worst, The Squeeze, in which Michael Keaton and Ray Don Chong did team up, but did not turn out to be the Burns and Helen of the 80s. They threw in everything except the laughs, and especially the plot that made any sense. In this so-called comedy mystery, nothing gelled, with the sole exception of John Davidson's hair. He played the crooked TV host of a rigged lottery caper. If you don't remember it, you're not alone. I wish I could have joined you.
How do you remember that picture? You know, I only remember after it was over, everybody stood around in the lobby asking what they thought it was about. Nobody knew. It's a movie that seemed to have been made by trolls.
Had to come with a diagram.
But wait, there's more of the worst coming up next.
Who should we be looking for? He should be really handsome. Nice eyes.
Still more worst. Burglar was well titled because comic Bob Goldthwait stole the movie from its star Whoopi Goldberg, who continues to have very serious problems choosing movie material. I proved my taste by liking the screaming Goldthwait, whom lots of people hate. In this idiotic mess, Whoopi's sole comedy contribution consisted of tried and true old reliables like chasing, being chased, and making faces. It was not enough.
I can't go in there. It looks like yuppies from hell or something.
Now go along.
No, wait, come here.
What do you mean, no way?
1 minute.
No, let's
1 minute, please. 1 minute.
Carl.
To have been purchased at a Liberace garage sale, and a diabolical power over women only a screenwriter could understand. This is the movie that holds the record for the most vomiting scenes ever captured on film. It's a real mess.
And I said, a tall, dark prince traveling under a curse. Somebody nice.
Somebody you could talk to.
Morning. Good morning. Like some pistachio. It is pistachio, isn't it?
Yeah.
And some chocolate chip.
You okay?
Oh, my leg. What is it?
It was not pretty, was it?
I'll never eat cherries again.
Rounding out my list list of the worst. Star Trek 4 proved it could be done. Police Academy 4 proves you usually can't get away with it. More of the same, but tired. Real tired. Ernest Goes to Camp is the human version of Francis the Talking Mule. A great character, but he's treated unkindly, and every unfunny joke relied on cruelty. Slam Dance was a super slick whodunit, but it had no substance whatsoever. Just a wasted 2 hours with Tom Hulce and Virginia Madsen, both of whom died on screen. Only one of them in the script.
And more lousy movies to round off my list. Beyond Therapy was a hopeless disaster about homophobia, psychoanalysis, bad acting, and the demise of Glenda Jackson. It was to comedy what David Letterman is to broadcast journalism. Making Mr. Right, a sick comedy about women so screwed up they could only have sex with a robot, was so bad it would make Dr. Ruth throw up. Ghosts, alligators, and a pretentious script chased Cosmo girl Jill Clayburgh through the Louisiana swamps in high-heel shoes and Shy People. The alligators stole the movie.
You know, in Shy People, I was rooting for the alligators.
Of course you were. What about Dragnet? I would name that 5 times. That would take up 5 places.
I'd go 2 times when Tough Guys Don't Dance play. It's a shame you have to limit them, because there were... Remember the fun we had with Wild Thing?
Oh, sure. And what about all those pictures during the summer that asked the question, is there life after high school?
Some kind of wonderful ad nauseum.
Assassination with Charles Bronson.
Rita Tushingham as the housekeeper. Ooh.
And Harry and the Hendersons. Can the all-American family find life bearable with the abominable snowman as a house guest?
Sitting at the table. You know, we were lucky, though, at the holidays. Hollywood done right by us at the
Absolutely.
holidays.
We were also lucky Chevy Chase wasn't in anything that I can remember last year.
No personal vendettas.
And it's true that as bad as the pictures were, we did get some colossal pictures during the Christmas holidays that made the whole year worthwhile.
And good comedies. And Cinderella one more time. I liked it all. On a happier note, by the way, next week Rex and I will count down our best of the best of 1987. Some of the finest movies of the year. We promise you. Until then, I'm Bill Harris.
And I'm Rex Reed. And we'll see you at the movies.